I think Alka's playing a pretty huge role in terms of the game. We've seen some of them just walk out, but hey, we're gonna get our first scuffle already as the Outsiders surprise them off guard. Dawnbreaker getting the Starbreaker connection on the Alchemist, and Yamich in trouble, but they will take down the Hawk, and the Others to follow. It's gonna be a 1-for-1, but Seneca trying to make a run for it. 285 movement speed, baby, with the Chaos Bolt connects, and DM will secure this one, making it a 2-for-1 for Outsiders.
They are pretty good.
Hey, we've seen quite a lot of these tri-lanes, especially when Marcy comes into play, and either you lock it in or you just go for the first blood play, but it will be a tri-lane versus an aggro tri. Dazzle Tiny versus AA Marcy. Who do you think? Who would you favor in this?
Well, I'm not sure. I'm not liking Tiny has 0 armor, and he's gonna be against the acid spray, so those are things that you have to be afraid of.
Definitely do. Force Major dropping pretty low here, and Ramses will get the damage, followed up with Coda on the Dazzle, making that a 3rd kill for Outsiders, and a pretty important one as well. Ramses is soaking up a lot of that acid spray damage nevertheless, but at least the minus armor helps you out, but we'll take down Marty first.
The big thing that you accomplish with this aggro tri-lane is first, no, the supports aren't going to be stacking. That is the first thing. The Alchemist, he's going to be lacking in levels and might even be forced into the unstable concoction. So you might not have a tower push, but you are dealing with his timings a little bit by bringing 3 heroes here. And you're also getting kills. Usually aggro tri-lanes, if they're not getting kills, they are going to be sad. But against the Alchemist, if you just keep the status quo, I think you're going to be okay.
Yep, that at least. Them having these tri-lane setups, I feel like this favors the Dawnbreaker in the top lane, going in the 1v1 against the Enigma. You're able to clear out the Eidolons if you have an opening for it. Downside, Starbreaker gets broken by Malefice, which is very easy to land, so you can just always prevent her from using that spell.
I think overall that Enigma should be okay in the top lane once he gets level 2 in the Eidolons. That is when they actually start dealing a lot of damage.
Yep. So Mako get it by the Reality Rift, and they get a heal bomb in between, and that's history for the AA. Talked about beefy supports, he's definitely far from that. So Outsiders scoring yet again another kill, and all these 4 kills, they have been coming from this bottom lane, tri-lane heroes at least, with the first blood, the 2nd kill connected there with the early bounty fights. This is how do you set up from this? Like, what's the game plan for BETBOOM? How do they get the best out of this Alchemist? Well, it made actually working that GPK. Hold that thought, Harry. BK, he's got his spells available again, so Laurel has to give up the chase.
You caught me there. I think BETBOOM need to always be ready, because fighting inside of the acid spray, you're still gonna be somewhat okay, but you need to be able to protect your heroes, right? So I'm not liking BETBOOM constantly trying to pull the lane to the side, go and pull some creeps, because that is actually giving the advantage to Outsiders who have better heroes at this positioning. Even now, when they go in first, it's gonna be much easier.
Well, they're definitely trying to initiate, but now the Hawk's the one in the line of fire, and Ramses will take down the Alchemist. Maybe even the Marcy to follow up with the Dispose coming out, trying to juke inside the trees. He's got the rebound available to jump out of there. Force Major will live, but losing the Alk now and a 5th kill for Outsiders, this is looking really hard now for BETBOOM to recover out of this laning state.
Okay, BETBOOM had the same idea I did, and now we find out that it was a really bad idea. So they're gonna have to survive this one and wait for Laurel's rotations. The problem is you have Enigma on one lane, so he is pretty much gonna be locked in there for a very long time. So every single time they see Laurel missing from the lane, I think Outsiders are just gonna be playing a bit more defensively here in the bottom lane.
Defensiveness might just be the key word here as well, but the toss onto Seneca, but the poison touch coming out as well. Force Major trying to help him out as much as possible. Well, at least the bottom tower taken. A good start for Outsiders. They've been very active with the map control, but having to skirmish in the mid lane. Yamich gets the grave save from Hakoda. Force Major is already taken down, and Laurel with the DD rune able to dodge at least the toss. Breaker's changing targets and looking for Soneko. Soneko very low on HP, trying to TP away. Not going to happen. Laurel fighting with GPK. GPK goes for the coil as well. Laurel still trying to buy some time for himself. He's got all his spells and bamboozled by that.
Radiant's middle
trying
tower
to keep him away from his buddy, but instead ended up in trouble. They're TPing in for the outpost and looking at the Huck. Pause comes in. Yeah, well, they get the stun connection, and the Hawk's taking a lot of damage with that Radiance. Has to get the heck out of there. Gets the rebound buff from Force Major. Gets the distance, but GPK misses the coil. Doesn't actually land on the Alchemist. Only hits on the Marcy, and it could have ended so much worse for them. Force Major still trying to keep them on the run and keep them on their toes. But at least the Hawk gets out and hits. Territorial fight here in the top lane. GPK could dodge the stun as he will, but he gets taunted by the Remnant anyway. Marcy with the dispose, both from the Unleash as well. They've got the coil coming in too. The Hawk and Force Major both down, and Laurel is left all by himself as Soneko's disengaging and trying to get the heck out of there. Laurel, one dissimulate to dodge one. Can he dodge more? Doesn't look like it. That's a double kill for GPK and a good turnaround by the Outsiders. Again, right after he's just 25 gold short of getting another one for himself. So this is a really tanky, heavy damage CK. And the Hawk, oh no, not the Alchemist, out of all things, gets tossed in the air. The coil snaps, and he is history. Force Major to follow, as Outsiders looking for yet another kill and make it a sweet 20. And this is just a really one-sided performance.
Slow down the Alchemist just a tad bit more. One kill or map control, get the Roche, and that should seal the deal for this game.
And they found the Enigma, so make that another one for the board. No more notice remaining there. He's going to be north, but I think Tiny is scouted out at least one of these heroes. And here we go with the Black Hole connecting onto Ramses. The AA Blast is going to be there, going to be taking him down before Dazzle gets anything out because he got silenced by Laurel. The Hex is coming out as well for the Shard, and now TN in the front line pops his BKB, and look at the damage he's dealing. Laurel is taken down. Hawk is trying to fight for it, but he's got his pops his ulti, and now able to chase down DM onto the high ground, and that's going to be a second casualty. They did lose Laurel for it, and they would hope to get more. There's a blink available on the Hawk. He's only got a couple seconds remaining on his ulti, so it's going to be a 2-for-1 unless GPK comes into the sideline, gets the Witchblade onto the Force Major. Marcy now jumping on the Tiny as well, and Force Major, he's got 70 HP. Hakoda wants that kill so bad, but he's not going to get it, and Yamich about to drop as well, and that's going to be a third kill. GPK goes in, he gets noticed, but he's also going to get earned up, and the Hawk gets the stun. No, he doesn't get the stun connection. It's going to be a phase shift available, and GPK, is he going back? Finally has it. And there we go. The projectile is going to be flying into the pit, but it's going to come a bit early because Roche is still up. They will have information about this. Major coming up the side. The Hawk is also coming in. The jump inside to the pit, and they're going to take the Aegis. It's going to go for Ramses. They take down Force Major instantly, and Laurel will also die as DM finishes off the Void Spirit. The Hawk on the run away. Soneko is being chased by GPK and DM. Make that a double for the puck on GPK.
Outsiders didn't deserve this victory. It was given to them because of the arcane runes on the puck. Either way, you know, this is just looking pretty impossible for BETBOOM. They still have a fight in them. You know, you can still kill the CK, but Outsiders, this game you're not gonna pressure it. You're gonna wait for mistakes to kill them outside of the base, like what they did to Notice right now.
Wow.
Yeah,
wow.
That's an appropriate reaction. There's absolutely no way for BETBOOM to win it.
They're gonna be coming in. Damage turns out just at the last second. They've got the ward, the vision of the high ground. The coil comes onto 2. The Hawk has to pop the BKB right away, but Laurel, does he have the capability to survive? No, he does not. The gem is on the ground as well. Soneko taken down by DM, but the weapons are coming in. They're gonna be jumping the back line. They're gonna take down Force Major, and here comes Notice, but he does not get the black hole out. He's only got Ramses in his sights, and it's not the target they want because they don't have any damage for it. And GPK goes all the way to the back line, snipes down the Enigma, and GG. Well played, as called. BETBOOM has had enough of this debacle as Outsiders stay close out the first game.
Yeah, for sure. You know, this was the fight for BETBOOM to win. You're at your high ground in the triangle, the last area outside of the map that you're controlling. If you lose this fight,